Today on Grow with Dr. Joanette, we have Spaetzle, another traditional favorite German dish from my childhood. Let's get cooking. You are going to add 2 cups of flour into the bottom of a stand mixer mixing bowl. Then take 4 eggs, whisk them up till they're nicely whisked up, and in that bottom of the stand mixer mixing bowl, you've made a little well in the flour. You're going to add the mixed up eggs to the well of the on top of the flour into that little well in the bottom of the mixing bowl. Then on top of that flour and eggs, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of whole milk. You could use water or 2% milk. However, the whole milk will make a little richer Spaetzle for you. I like the whole milk. That's what we had when I was growing up. We had cows and the milk was always whole milk. Put the bowl onto your stand mixer, attach a dough hook to the stand mixer, and mix that mixture up. About 20 minutes of mixing. While the mixture's mixing, let me say a little bit about a Spaetzle makers. There's several different types of ones. There is a press one that if you have a press one, you're going to want your dough to be thicker. So add a little less milk or a little more flour to the dough, because you want it thick enough that you will press it through the presser, the Spaetzle press, rather than let it run through the Spaetzle press. The Spaetzle maker that I have that you see here is one where you want a thinner dough like I have. The dough kind of just runs through the holes in the bottom of the Spaetzle maker. You don't have to do a whole lot of pressing to get it through. You can see it there dripping into the pot of boiling water. Make sure you've got a pot of salted boiling water for the Spaetzles to cook in. The water will cool down a little bit as all of those Spaetzles are going into the pot. And once you have all of the dough in there, I tend to run it back and forth. If the dough is a little bit thicker, you might have to press it through, and that will help cut the Spaetzles. And let the Spaetzles cook in the water for about 2 to 3 minutes. They go initially to the bottom of the pot and then will float up to the top of the pot. Once they've floated up to the top of the pot, you will know that they are cooked. I stir them up a bit once I have them all in there, and then I take them out with a spider or a slotted spoon. Put them in the colander, and once you've got them all out of the pot, you are going to want to stop the cooking process by plunging them into a large kettle of icy water to stop the cooking process. If you overcook them, they tend to be a little on the tough side, and you want them to be nice and tender. What are you going to use your Spaetzles for? You can use them similar to how you would use pasta. Traditionally, we fry them up in a little bit of butter until they're nice and brown on the outside. For a batch of Spaetzles, you're going to want to use about 4 tablespoons of butter, more or less, depending upon your taste. You could add a little herbs or a little seasoning. Some parsley is always delicious, and salt and pepper, of course, to taste. And that's pretty much the simplest way to serve your Spaetzles. One of the things my mom used to do when I was growing up would be she would double the batch, so there would be some left over, and the next morning for breakfast she would scramble the Spaetzles with some eggs and serve them for breakfast. We had chickens, so there was always lots of eggs And one of my favorite ways to eat them was actually scrambled the next morning with eggs for breakfast. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can get lots more videos and notifications whenever a new video is posted here at Grow with Dr. Jo. Also, don't forget to go to my website at growwithdrjo.com, and you can see the printed version of all of the recipes that are here on my channel. Enjoy your Spaetzle, and see you next week on Grow with Dr. Jo for another delicious recipe.